So I was mad at Maverick. I stopped at a Maverick yesterday to grab a drink and something to eat. And it said closing for remodel. And they were out of stock on a lot of things. They were just trying to clear things out. Everything was half off, basically. And as I walked away, walked away, started driving off. I got to thinking, how often do we do that internally? Every so often you might see a little corner that's under plastic, and they'll have a sign that says "Pardon our dust" or "Excuse our mess while we make things better" or whatever. But how often do we completely close for a remodel? Sometimes that looks like taking a week to go to a conference or convention and get in the atmosphere, get in the environment, get around the people. That will boost you up, will raise you closer to where you want to be. Or sometimes that just means spending a couple hours reading and studying self-development, whatever it may be. But how often do we take a deep dive, or even a dive, and rip out the old that's no longer serving us, that's outdated, and bring in the new, make room for the new? Because if you got new cabinets coming in, but the old ones are still on the wall, you've got no place for those new cabinets. Or if you got, you see these awesome new tires on the showroom floor, and you're like, yeah, those would look awesome on my truck. Those would be amazing. The ride would be a lot smoother. They're not bald, but you never take the old tires off your car, off your truck. The new tires are just going to stay in the showroom or in your garage or whatever. So, anyways, just a thought about that, just a simple sign that made me think of how often do we take a remodel? How often do we take time for ourselves to better ourselves and to do what we need to do? So often we try to put on a mask and push and put our best foot forward, or show that everything's perfect and stuff. And you're always there, you're always interacting, you're always on social media, you're always at these events, whatever the case is. Sometimes we need to take a break for a bit, a day, or two, a week, whatever, and recharge your batteries, remodel. Maybe you've got to take a break from those so you have time to do the remodel. But we're afraid of missing out. We have FOMO, and so we don't want to miss out. Or what if so and so is going to be there? Or what if they say something that I need? And while I'm not devaluing that at all, because there may be that one thing and stuff, but it's also important to step back, and then you'll get the people to say, "Where have you been? I haven't seen you for a while. What's going on?" And and know that it's okay that you can tell them, "I'm working on myself. I needed to step back. I needed to take a break. I needed to make room for the new. I've got all this new stuff coming in, this new knowledge, this new environment, this new way of thinking. I've got to get rid of the old crap. Whatever area of your life that is in, I got to get rid of the old crap." Steve Harvey tells a story. I love Steve Harvey. He tells a story about making room for the new, about how he's got a job and he's wanting to get a new to him car. But he's got this old one in his driveway sitting on blocks, garbage and leaves are collecting under it, whatever. But he's still looking at this new car, it isn't until he clears the old one out, cleans up the driveway, that the new car comes. He had to make room for the new. So, but anyways, hope that helps. Hope that gives some sort of inspiration or positive thoughts, and that I just wanted to share about seeing a simple sign at a Maverick. So, the opportunities and the blessings and the signs, if you want to call them that, whatever you want to call them, are everywhere if we're open to them and ready to receive them. So, anyways, make it a great day. Go look for your sign, make room for the new, and let's kick butt.